with titles and music. The Play's the Thing. With your host, Judy Sleed. Special guest, Cancelleri, famed dancer. Written by One Village and Now here's Judy.
Hello, everybody, again, for The Play is the Thing. I don't know if I wanted to do this show because we're having so much fun here with that taping, but today I have this beautiful young lady here who could be a movie star, even though she's a dancer. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Judy.
And you have like a shape like a dancer. What kind of dance are you doing?
I'm a ballet dancer.
A ballet dancer with ballet shoes. You have ballet shoes with the...
Yeah.
I used to do ballet when I was 4 and 5 years old.
I teach little ones that age.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Where?
At the Conservatory of Dance Arts in Bridgehampton.
I see, but you also do dancing. You are performing.
Yes, I perform with the company affiliated with Conservatory of Dance Arts, Southampton Ballet.
And how long have you been doing this?
I have been a student. Well, I started when I was 2.5, and I have been performing since I was about 4, and I've been a member of the company since I was 12.
And is this a company that does Swan Lake, or?
Well, we're a small company, so you can't do really big performances. We do the Nutcracker every December.
That's what I meant,
Yes.
Nutcracker. I've seen a lot of production of that in
yes.
schools,
Yes,
right?
we do it at Southampton High School every year.
I've seen it for a lot of years.
Yes. And then in the spring we do smaller performances. We just finished a performance, or we did do the second act of Swan Lake.
So in these performances in school, you teach them, you choreograph it, or?
I'm not a choreographer, I just teach. I teach the younger children. I teach 3 and 4-year-olds, and I also teach 5 and 6-year-olds.
And you also perform in it.
Yes, I do.
Which part?
Well, in the Nutcracker for the last 2 years, I've been the Sugar Plum Fairy. I have also been Clara, the Snow Queen, and all the divertissements, which range from Russian to Spanish. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, see, I've seen you, but I didn't know that who you were. And where were you born?
I was born in Southampton, in Southampton Hospital.
Another native.
Oh, yeah.
And you've been here all the time in Southampton?
In Southampton.
That's nice. And do you ever do this dancing elsewhere?
I've gone to ballet camps, which in Pennsylvania I've been, and Maine. But normally we perform locally. We do a performance in the summer actually now. We've been doing it for the last 2 years. This will be our 3rd. We do it with the Hampton Music Festival. It's Peter and the Wolf. It's a lot of fun. I get to be a cat. It's fun.
And you just finished something at Guildhall.
Yes, we just finished our performance. We did the Act 2 of Swan Lake. We did a ballet called Patacatra. And we also did a ballet called A Midsummer's Eve Festival, where I was Summer. And we did it with the children ranging from 5 to 15. So.
That's wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Really? And you teach them, you say?
I teach the younger ones, yes. We have a staff of about 5 or 6 teachers. So.
And how old, you say you're working for little kids, like 3, 4-year-olds?
Yes.
Would you put those ballet shoes on them?
Yes, they have, their shoes are about that big.
With
very little. With
the ballet shoes, with that you could do toe dancing?
No. You don't get point shoes until your feet and your ankles are strong enough, and depending on what your teacher says. You can start anywhere from 9 to 13.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, because when I was about 5, I had those pointed those toe shoes.
Oh, wow. Yes. We have.
Well, that was a long time ago, before people knew what the right thing to do.
Oh. Well, there are 2 kinds of shoes. There are flat shoes, which are your regular ballet slippers, which are soft. And then you have point shoes, which have a harder tip and a stronger sole, which is called a shank.
And has laces also.
Yes, ribbons and elastic.
Right. So I know you brought something to show us.
Yes, I did. I brought a pair of my point shoes.
The what?
My point shoes.
Your point shoes.
They come in a little bag. They are.
Oh, yes, they look familiar.
Yes, they come
Okay.
with elastic, ribbons, and a nice hard toe.
Right. And what can you explain about this?
Well, a point shoe consists of a shank, which is the bottom, the toe, the box, which is hard, to prevent your foot from folding over. And then you have ribbons. I have an elastic, but ribbons hold the shoe on. Now when you dance, you stand upon your toe, just like that, and hopefully your foot bends the shoe enough. But it takes a lot of practice. It's very difficult when you first start getting all the way up onto your toe. And then as you get older, it gets a little easier, and then they start making you do things on one foot. Then it gets hard again. But it's a lot of fun.
It is. You know, I come from another country, from Hungary.
Oh, okay.
And from Budapest. And when I was a little girl, I said, like, for 2 years I took ballet. A relative, my uncle, had a dance studio in Budapest.
Oh, wow.
And he was quite well known in there. He was Russian.
Ooh.
But the reason he was in Budapest, because he married my mother's cousin. And so that's where I went for 2 years, and that's where I learned. But since, I haven't danced ballet since then. As a matter of fact, they had to take me out because I was, I don't know, for health reasons. I don't know what was wrong.
Oh, no.
But it took me out after 2 years. But it's so nice to see this again, because it reminds me of this. Now you brought back that memory.
Oh, good.
And you have danced in Cinderella?
Yes, I have. I have danced in Cinderella a couple of times, and I have performed the role of Cinderella twice now. I did it when I was 17, and I danced it again last year when I was 20. So it was a lot of fun.
Now you gave away your age.
That's all right. That's all right.
No, that's okay with me. So, and you have this on a DVD? No.
Yes.
What is it? I don't know these new names.
Yes, they make
DVD.
Yes, DVDs. We had a DVD after every performance that we do, and you get to watch. It's fun because you get to watch yourself dancing because you don't really get to see yourself, and it's nice to watch. Sometimes you critique yourself a little too much, but.
So, how about showing our viewers that DVD?
Certainly. I have it keyed up to a clip from the second act of Cinderella. It's the variation where Cinderella.
Okay, there it is. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, very graceful.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Thank
graceful. So, after all this, what are you planning on doing? I mean, this is going to be your future?
Well, I'm not sure. I've auditioned at ballet companies. I am a college student right now, and I'm actually auditioning at colleges to get into their dance programs and to either become a dance administrator, which means I could open up my own studio, and a dance educator where you could teach ballet in public school and as a studio manager. And also I love performing, so any opportunity to perform is just fun for me. It's
performing as a dancer or otherwise?
As a dancer, as a dancer. I've never done anything else. I've only been a dancer.
Oh, you haven't done any acting, any sort of acting?
No, I left that up to my big brother.
Your big brother is an actor?
Well, he was into acting, so.
He's into acting?
Yes.
Like what?
Well, he was a musical theater major in college, and he did musical theater all through high school, and he actually does ballet too. Ballet is a big part of my family. My mom makes costumes, and my dad and my brother dance with me, so.
Your dad and your brother dance with you?
Yes, they do.
Ballet?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I met your dad. He's a darling.
He is that.
And I can't picture him dancing ballet.
Well, Well, in his defense, he does a lot of the adult roles. He was Cinderella's father with me in Cinderella, and he danced a pas de deux with me. Actually, he was my partner.
You're kidding
And
me.
he's in Peter and the
I have
Wolf.
to see that.
Well, come to the Hampton Music Festival. It'll be, I think it's in July, and he'll be in it. He's the grandfather in Peter and the Wolf.
In July, where?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Last year it was at the Morris Center, outside under a big tent.
Morris Center.
Yes.
Which town is that?
That's in Bridgehampton. It's the Hampton Day School.
Oh,
So,
Hampton Day School.
yes.
That's on Butter Lane?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my, I don't know. I didn't know that you did things. I thought it was a school. I know several children who go there.
Yes, they last year they did there. Another year we danced at the field where the Hampton Classic is. I think it changes every year, but it's a lot of fun. And it's always fun to watch my dad dance.
Oh, you have to remind me because I forget everything.
Certainly, certainly.
So many things I want to do. So many things here in the Hamptons to see,
Definitely.
especially in the season, which is starting.
Oh, definitely.
And you just cannot possibly go every place.
Oh, I know. It's
I'd
hard.
like
It's hard to get everywhere.
Yes. Oh, but I must go and see you. So how does, if anybody is watching this tape, how would they know where to see you?
Well, we advertise in local papers, and when a performance is coming up, we have posters from the performance. We put them up around the towns, and we try by word of mouth. You know, we're a small company, but we have a big heart, and we love to dance, and all the kids love dancing, and it's always fun to have a nice big audience to dance for.
And you always get big audiences?
Sometimes. It's easier to get a big audience at Nutcracker time because it's the Nutcracker and
Oh,
it's Christmas
yes.
time and it's starting to get into the season, so everybody wants to come see the Nutcracker. Spring performances are harder. They're definitely harder to get an audience for. But
mostly, when the kids are in it, their family
Oh,
and
yeah.
friends are coming, which is good.
oh, definitely. That's always the best.
Yes.
That's the best because family will support you no matter what. If you fall down, they'll still clap. And they'll clap harder. So
Well, that's, of course, that's what I tell my students. I teach piano. And just yesterday, we were rehearsing for a recital, and this one little boy, he's just, he just wants to play baseball. He doesn't want to continue. And when he did his piece, I said to him, well, your mother is going to clap.
exactly.
Your mother, and that's it.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh, what I adore children.
Oh yeah, so do I. I love working with the kids.
They are so fresh and honest, and it's just so much fun to be with.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
They're
And
wonderful.
so tell me, I'm just a little curious about, you said your brother and your mother. Is your brother in school still?
No, my brother is out of school. He works upstate New York. He's an EMT. So,
Upstate where?
Warwick. So he works there. He's an EMT with, I don't remember the company. I think it's Mobile Life Services.
Well, there's a lot of theater up there.
Yeah.
My two daughters live upstate, and my daughter lives in Woodstock, and there's a nice theater out there.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yes, wonderful. And your mother does costumes?
Yeah, my mother does costumes. She makes them, actually. Her biggest goal is to make a tutu. That's what she wants to learn how to do. She wants to make a tutu for me. So.
I mean, does she really know how to sew, or she
Yeah,
just...
she knows how to sew. She's made quite a number of costumes. She just finished making the costumes for our last show, and she ran into a bit of difficulty. She fell and broke her shoulder, so we ended up doing it for her. I ended up sewing, and I don't sew, so it was interesting to watch.
I sew when I have to.
Yes, I only sew my shoes. I only sew my shoes. But
So you definitely don't want to do any acting, just dancing.
I've never had the opportunity to act, so I wouldn't know.
Well, your father looks like he would be a great actor.
No, he is.
Well, let's talk about your father a little bit.
Certainly.
He's
He's an allergist. He works in Southampton, and he has a wide range of hobbies. He's been in musicals. He does ballet. He does French and Indian War reenactment with my brother and I. He plays softball. He does everything. He's quite a wide range.
So that's where you got your, you thinking after him.
I think so, yeah. My mother's artistic too, but my dad's just...
Well, he inspired you.
Yeah. He's very big. He's very involved in my life, and it's wonderful. I love that my parents get involved in everything I do.
So you were like very young when you started ballet. Whose idea was that?
Well, actually, my mother's friend, her daughter, was in the Nutcracker as Fritz, and she said we should come and see it, and I was about 2. And so my mom brought me, and all I talked about after the show was that I could be a ballerina. I wanted to be a ballerina, and they had to wait until September. They don't, you know, it's easier when they're 3. 2, 2.5, it's a hard age to try to get a kid to sit down and concentrate.
I can't even believe that you remember that at age 2.
Yeah.
You do remember?
A little, yeah. My parents like to tell me, and they blame my mom's friend on a regular basis. It's your fault she's a dancer. But
And after they signed you up, you were willing to...
yeah, I was hooked.
You never said, I don't want to do it anymore, I want to go take singing lessons. I want to take violin lessons.
No.
That's what kids do, you know, they start something and they want to switch to something.
I've always danced. I took a year off in high school because, you know, I wanted to see how the other half lived because I dance every night, so I didn't really have a life. But I played soccer throughout high school, and I danced at the same time. I sang in the chorus. I did NISMA and all those other competitions that the kids out here do, and I don't know, dancing was just always there. It's wonderful. It centers my life. It helps me stay focused on everything I do. If I didn't have dance, I'd be very bored.
Well, it's great because if you have a passion for doing something, then it you know, it comes out. It comes out well. So I'm just curious about all this toe dancing. Did it do any damage to your legs?
No, actually, it didn't. I've actually not really had many problems. You get blisters because you're on your toes all the time, and they do rub. You know, there's that friction motion in your toe and stuff. But otherwise, no, I really haven't had a problem, and I've been doing it since I was about 9.5, so that's about 9.
But you can't have any pretty toes like painted.
Well, you can, but you don't really see them. And right now I have some pretty toes. They're purple, though. And that's just because my toenails are all bruised up from dancing.
Oh, see, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you don't have nice feet. That's the one curse about being a dancer.
You can't have any nails, right? You have to cut them.
Well, you keep them short.
Short.
Keep them very short because a toenail falling off hurts way too much.
But do you treat your toes after you dance, right after?
Yeah. Well, after I dance on toe for a long period of time, I stick them in a bucket of ice water. And then I heat them up with Epsom salts in a warm water to make them soothe out and relax, because your feet kind of cramp up after a while.
Yeah.
But no, usually it's just I like to take it easy. I take it easy. I try not to overdo it too much. I've done some crazy things.
And after each performance, like you wait a little bit. But what happens when you have to do it like one day after the other?
Yeah, you get used to it. I mean, I perform 3 days in a row, and you get used to it, and you dance every day. I dance every day on toe, so it does kind of help keep it going. And actually, this past 6 months, I haven't danced a lot on toe because I broke my foot. So I was kind of coming back from that.
How did that happen?
Well, I fell down dancing.
You fell down? I was going to say you probably had nothing to do with dancing.
Oh, we did. Which is funny because I've never really gotten hurt dancing, but I fell at the last performance of the Nutcracker. And I landed on my foot and I broke it, but I didn't know. So I knew I had to finish. I kept dancing. Yeah, I got back up and kept dancing. Finished the show. My brother carried me to my car, drove me home. And then the next day I went to the doctor because I thought it just got sprained or whatever. The doctor looked at me and said, "Well, you have a broken foot."
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
So
the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Really dedicated.
Oh yeah, always.
That's great. You should put that on your resume.
Yeah, I should. I should. I'll keep going no matter what happens.
Do you send out resumes?
Dance companies discourage you from sending out resumes unless they're auditioning. And what you do is you go to an audition and you have to take a class or you perform a piece, or depending on the company, you can send in a video. So, and you send it with your resume, but they tend to fill up, and they usually only have about 5 or 6 slots open a year because they have regular company members, but and the auditions are always full. The last audition I was at, I think there were 180 kids.
Oh my, for one role.
I think it was for 6 slots. They don't really tell you how many they're going to take. They kind of keep it open. But yeah, there were about 160 something.
Well, did you put on your resume that you broke your foot and you went on?
No. No,
I think you should.
I think my dad does too.
On top of it. Yeah, here is Megan Cancelleri, who broke her foot and went on with the show.
Yeah.
Top that.
Top that. I think a lot of dancers probably done stuff like that. But yeah, it's...
You think so?
Depending on if you have an understudy. I mean, if you have an understudy, you have to finish your dance and then pray your understudy can go on. But in small companies, most of the time you don't have an understudy. I didn't. And it was the end of the show, so it was good. It was the last night. It was the last dances.
And it was near the end?
It was near the end. It was actually the last thing I was doing before our big finale.
So how long did you dance with the broken foot?
Probably, well, most dances range between 1 minute to 4 minutes. I mean, they're not really long. Well, they feel forever, but I think it was probably about 1 minute on toe doing things with my partner, and then I got to run off stage and fell into my mom's arms, who was in the wings, and then waited until I had to go on again for the finale. And then I went on again, and then I went off the other side of the stage and held onto my dad until curtain call. And then I went out and took my vows and took pictures with kids and had an ice pack on my foot and stood there, took pictures, smiling, always smiling.
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 You are.
No crying. Crying later, smiling first.
After you broke your foot, you well, you said you fell down.
Yes.
Did you make believe that was part of the act?
No. Landing on your rear is never part of the show. And you could tell.
Everybody knew that it was a fall.
Well, actually, some of the audience members didn't see it. One of my friends didn't even know I fell. She didn't even realize.
She probably thought it was part of the act.
I don't think she saw it. However, one of them did, and she said the look on my face wasn't, oh my God, I fell. It was, did I just fall? Because I couldn't believe I fell down. I'd done
how
it
did you
all the
get
time.
Up? Your partner helped you up?
No, I landed on the ground and I spun around and I finished turning and I just kept turning because I was spinning at the time.
Yeah,
so.
well, that looked like it was part of the choreography.
I hope so. I got up as fast as I could. I heard it pop, but other
And
than
then
that,
after the fall, when you were dancing with your partner, did you hold on? Did you lean on him?
no, because he wasn't holding. The choreography wasn't where he was holding on to me. It was, we do the same step, but it's almost like pair skating, where you're next to each other but not holding on.
Oh, well,
So.
I think you are really dedicated.
Oh, thank you.
Really dedicated.
Thank you. I tried.
And I suggest you put it on your resume.
Yes, well, I missed a lot of auditions this year because of it, because I was in a cast for about 6 weeks, so.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's right. I broke my foot and my ankle, and I was in a cast for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But I wasn't dancing.
I was so bored after 3 weeks, I was begging the doctor to take the cast off. I said I could dance. He didn't think so.
So what did you do while you couldn't dance?
Well, I danced on my right foot because I broke my left foot. So I tried dancing on my left foot, and I was teaching still. Because teaching, I don't really have to dance.
Good,
yes.
but you danced on your...
Well, I danced at home. I wasn't allowed to dance.
Didn't your other foot swell up? You put extra pressure on it.
No, really, it was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. I danced at home a lot. My parents were trying to tie me down half the time because
Because
danced.
that's what happened
Yes.
to me. I was, when I couldn't use my foot, I don't even know which one it was, the other one. I used it so much that it really swelled up. So I just figured I should just stay put and don't do anything.
See. I knew I had to keep in shape, so I did a lot of crunches and leg lifts and stretching to make sure my muscles didn't get short and tighten
Did you ever
up.
sing
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I
you
sang in the
sing?
chorus.
in a chorus?
I used to. In high school, I sang in a chorus. I went to Southampton High School, and I was in the chorus, and I was in the VOSH program, which was Voices of Southampton. It was all girls, so it was fun. Yeah.
So you should have just sang while you were recuperating.
I should have, yeah. I babysit, so I was watching kids and teaching, so it kept my mind off of not dancing, which is hard. It's very hard.
I guess it would be hard.
Yeah. It is, because if you dance every night, when you all of a sudden have to stop cold turkey, it's kind of like stopping anything. It's like, wait, I don't know what to do now. I didn't know what to do with myself, And then I got used to vacation, and then I had to go back to dance, and I was like, oh no, I have to dance again. And my muscles hated me for the first 2 weeks.
All right, because
Yeah.
you didn't do it, so you have to
Yeah.
build up your muscles again.
Oh yeah. So,
The time is almost up for a half an
Okay.
hour, and it was such a nice treat. I didn't have a dancer on for quite a while, and I have a dancer who was, at the time when we did tape the show, she was like 90,
oh wow.
and she was from like New York.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, I think you're the second dancer here.
Oh wow.
And
big
I
honor.
like a variety of people. And so what else you would like to do here? You said you're going away to school? You're leaving us?
Yes, I'm looking actually going away to school in August. Driving back and forth and teaching and dancing. It gets kind of hard, and I'd like to go away for a while and finish school where I can get a good degree in that program so I can really have a great resume and a great ability. So.
But your parents, your family not going with you?
No, my parents don't get to come with me. They have to stay here. They have to stay here. But they will always support me, and any performance I'm in, I know my parents will be there. I mean, if I'm in California, they'll be in California cheering me on, because that's just the way my parents are.
Well, that's wonderful. That's the way family should be.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
So I would like to thank the whole crew, and of course you for coming, for
Thank you.
helping me with this show, and Gurney's Inn and Windmill Village for underwriting this show. And what else can we say except goodbye.
Bye.
Don't forget to tune in. The Play is the Thing. That's the name of our show. We're on not only here in the Hamptons, but in Manhattan too.
Oh wow.
Just look for The Play is the Thing. And sometimes we don't play here, but we'll play. it's a nice play on words.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Love me in Paris. Love me